well, there's mail-in voting in Florida,
That's
and you
right.
won huge. Forward.
If you have
RNC.
mail-in voting, you automatically have fraud. I don't know if you've heard this, but I came up with this one. Migrant crime is a form of Navalny.
Donald Trump did a town hall with Laura Ingraham where, despite getting nothing but softball questions, he was still unable to come off well, mixing up his words, forgetting information, on top of just flat out lying. Here he is stating that all mail-in ballots are fraud, something our military has been using for decades now, which Republicans never bring up because they need those military votes. Well, Laura actually reminds him, hey, you won states where there was mail-in ballot voting. What about those? And here was his response.
Forward.
If you have
RNC.
mail-in voting, you automatically have fraud. If you have
Okay, well, there's mail-in voting in Florida,
That's
and you
right.
won huge.
That's right. If you have it, you're going to have.
He's just like, yeah, that's right. There's no substantive response here because his only issue is that some of those votes from mail-in ballots didn't go his way, which again is why Republicans never talk about the absentee ballots mailed in by Army members because they need those Army votes to win. And even in states that he did win, he just like, yeah, but you know, they're Republicans, so true Americans, so who cares, right? Here he is going on to make the claim again, something he brings up time and time and time again, that America's communist.
We are turning into a communist country in many ways. And if you look at it, I'm the leading candidate. I got indicted. I never heard of being indicted before. I got indicted 4 times. I have 8 or 9 trials, all because of the fact that and you know this, all because of the fact that I'm in politics. They indicted me on things that are so ridiculous. Fanny in Atlanta.
Well, first off, a jury indicts, not a DA. It's kind of funny because he goes on in this interview to say that all these indictments made him a legal expert, but yet he doesn't understand that impartial juries bring indictments, not the DA. Of course, though, Trump has convinced his entire base that Trump derangement syndrome is a real thing and totally not what is just said when MAGA doesn't have an argument to logical facts. So he can just pretend, it's funny, it's her. And while he hasn't been indicted prior, he's right about that. He has been sued plenty of times and has had plenty of allegations against him prior to being president. He then goes back to pull out the oldest card in his book, fear-mongering about immigrants.
It's a new category. I don't know if you've heard this, but I came up with this one, migrant crime. There's crime, there's violent crime, there's migrant crime. We have a new category of crime. It's called migrant crime, and it's going to be worse than any other form of crime. You look at New York City, what's going on where they attack police. They want to fight police officers.
This is just disgusting xenophobia and blatantly untrue. Immigrants, both legal and illegal, commit less violent crime, less property crime, and have lower incarceration rates than US-born citizens. The idea that migrant crime is now its own category and it's going to be way worse than all other kinds of crime is built on nothing but racist paranoia, much like most of Trump's platform. And the data, again, like much of Trump's platform, does not agree with him. And I know exactly what he's talking about when he says, migrants attacking cops in New York. We covered the exact story of the short clip that right-wingers were circulating around and showing, look at this gang of migrants attacking cops. But when the full video was released with the overhead that we broke down on this channel extensively, it shows that these migrants were attacked by the cops while they were walking away. Here's Trump going on seemingly lost and confused, saying his court fines are a form of Navalny.
How would you put up that kind of money? Because you have a bond to put up. Even if you appeal, you got to put up escrow money. That's it's a lot of dough.
It is a form of Navalny.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Alexei Navalny was a highly anti-Putin, anti-Russian voice that ran against Putin and was recently killed, seemingly by Putin himself. So this clearly makes no sense, especially with Trump being one of the most pro-Putin people I've ever seen. Trump seems to have lost whatever wits that he has left and instead just chooses to spew lies and hatred, and most of his appearances, when he's not talking about vengeance or revenge or trying to paint himself as a victim for his 91 charges. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.